Welcome to sun-drenched, sunny Sedona, Arizona.
So beautiful here.
I'm Paul Bryan of WLS Radio in Chicago, and with me is Lauren Fix, the car coach.
Welcome to another episode of His Turn, Her Turn, and this time we've got some pretty unique vehicles for you.
You know what? It's an interesting thing. These are not vehicles that are going to be unfamiliar to the eye of the people that are here.
Who wouldn't want to own a Range Rover? I mean, seriously.
You'd have to be goofy.
You'd have to be.
Or as they would say, daft.
Daft.
But nevertheless, the big story is actually underneath the hood here. Mm-hmm. But it pays off, and what we're talking about is adding the diesel that so many people have asked for in these vehicles.
Love
you
diesel.
Especially.
Love diesel.
I know you do. It just matches so well to this vehicle.
Right.
This is the Sport.
Yes, I am showing you the Sport, and he's the comfort, and I'm the speed.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to be burning up any tracks with 250 some horsepower and big torque.
400 plus pound-feet of torque.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting is I think it's important to note, those of you that love diesel know this, longer distances between fill-up, 25 miles to the gallon you're getting on these vehicles, and 0 to 60 times are great because you go into any showroom and you're looking at horsepower. They're always pushing the horsepower numbers, but the truth is you drive torque every day, and these two babies have torque, and they have so much capability, and that's what I really think the big story is here.
Yeah, absolutely it is. The re-engineering of the cars to accept the diesel, we think is new. 90% of the production of these vehicles in the rest of the world, not to the backward U.S. here, but to the rest of the world, 90% of these are sold with diesels.
Well, it's 90% in Europe and over 50% worldwide.
And I'm going to tell you the even more interesting statistic. They decided that they were going to do a big blind test and put U.S. drivers into these, and they gathered up about 400 people, and they said, here, drive them, and what do you think? And were you driving gas or were you driving diesel?
Right.
And not one of them could tell that they were driving a diesel vehicle.
It's
that transparent. It's that transparent.
It's actually,
well, you know, don't say that's why I love diesel, because you know because those people there got spoiled. I mean, the pool was spoiled in the 70s by the evil GM diesel people. Right. Who made you think that diesels were dirty and noisy and smoky and just the engines from hell. You didn't want them. But now it's a completely different story.
2000, all the diesels that have been coming into this country have been spectacular.
Sure.
And this is really an important part for both Land Rover and their sister company Jaguar, because diesel is what you're going to start seeing coming in. People that drive them want them and they love them, and I am a complete convert.
Well, let's stop yammering about them and show them the inside of the car and what it was like when we went out for a ride on the rocks here in Sedona, Arizona.
We did the real off-roading, and we did some on-road. So we have the opportunity to drive the Range Rover TD6 off-road. And I'm not talking off-road like it's a dirt camping trail. We're talking seriously off-road in Sedona on the rocks, but we're not doing this alone. We have on board behind me, we have Bob with Land Rover and Don, and he is my instructor. Straighten it out.
Mm-hmm. To the right a little bit and go left a little bit.
As I say.
Off the brake.
Off the brake? Go ahead. You've got some input?
Yeah, just go with your minus button, slow it all the way down.
It's a beautiful car. So it's got class, it's got sportiness, but it's truthfully a mountain goat. It'll go anywhere. I think there's probably not a road this thing couldn't accomplish. Is that about right?
That's about right.
This road is
Real nice and easy here.
really steep and extremely rocky. I would never have attempted this in anything.
This is ATPC.
ATPC, and what is that?
Auto Terrain Progress Control.
So it's smarter than me.
Yes, it's smarter than all of us.
So each wheel essentially has its own gas pedal and its own brake. So it won't let you go too fast for the conditions. And again, if you buy a vehicle like this and you do intend to off-road it, you should probably take a class. And I know that Land Rover offers one. But overall, if you like the luxury, the style, the class of a vehicle like this, you get it all. There's probably no place on the planet this thing won't go. Warm, cold, this thing does it.
We like to think that.
What are you thinking, Paul? That's a steep hill, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but it's up to the car. So
The car will be fine. It's smarter than we are.
The car knows what to do with that. We don't need to know what to do.
Exactly.
All right, you Hollywood Cupids, get in the car.
All right.
Get in the car. All right.
One of the more interesting parts, one of the more interesting challenges that a famous TV director named Frank Charkinian used to have when he was televising the Masters at Augusta was that Augusta was so hilly that they really couldn't make the translation on TV as to just how hilly Augusta was. It's kind of the same situation that we're in right now of putting this new Range Rover through its paces just outside of Sedona, Arizona, or in Sedona. We're in greater downtown Sedona. I mean, take a look around us. I feel like I've been dropped in the middle of a John Ford movie. This vehicle allows you to do things that are beyond human capability. I mean, you can't figure this stuff out. And people say, we used to do that when we had this and this with a Jeep and all that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The HAL 9000 here is taking us through the entire experience with great guidance from our guide. And it's remarkable. This is beyond what you're able to do. And you're doing it all in the lap of luxury, which is really my style. We're crawling over. Holy Mecca, Andy. All right. And now,
you have a teacher with you.
yeah, I know. This is not for the rudimentary driver. And the car will just settle itself down and take you through. Donnie, thank you, man.
No, you're welcome.
This is great.
Well, you know what? I was really impressed. Not just with the car, but with your skill. You're really great on those rocks. I mean,
Listen, we have such incredible instructors when we go on these things.
We really did. I mean, I don't think I personally would have been able to handle some of those really steep hills without having some of the phenomenal talent that's here with Land Rover.
Yeah, we've been driving these for a long, long time, and the whole crew from Land Rover comes out and helps us. These things don't occur in a vacuum. They are planned out, and the roads are really, really chosen well, and you've got to be careful.
Stuff.
You've got to be careful, and I would highly recommend that you investigate going to a Land Rover school.
Definitely worth the investment. If you buy one, even if you don't buy one, the Land Rover schools will make you
look,
want to buy one.
You're spending this amount of money for it anyway. Why wouldn't you want to go ahead and take a school in it,
and learn its
so that you
capabilities,
that you get everything out of it that you want to get out
These
of
things
it?
will. I don't think there's a road in the world that a Range Rover or a Range Rover Sport, diesel or gasoline, could not accomplish.
And we'll wait until our next video to see if we can find that road. But nevertheless,
yes.
Listen, Saturday morning, and listen is what I'm going to tell you. Listen every Saturday morning on WLS Radio in Chicago. You can hear me on RDO. We stream on WLSAM.com. Down here on the bottom, you're going to see places where you can put your comments.
We love them.
I tweet at @ThePaulBryan, PaulBrian.
And I am Lauren Fix, the car coach. You can find me at Lauren Fix on Twitter with a lot of breaking news. Of course, sign up for that free newsletter at laurenfix.com. That's with one X. But together we have a His Turn, Her Turn fan page. We love your comments. Please subscribe. There's a button up there. Click that button.
Yeah, subscribe.
You will be surprised some of the amazing cars and locations that we have to show you. Some you'll never see. It's different than just going to the dealer. This is really using these cars and showing their true capabilities.
Anyway, thanks so much for being with us once again. We appreciate it. And we'll see you wherever we're at the next time.